Hi guys, my name is Lucia and today I am starting a makeup replacement only no-buy. I am very excited to make this video and there's a lot of backstory that I have to tell you as of why I'm doing this and who inspired me. So I don't know if you guys have heard of the channel Hannah Louise Poston. If you have not, I will link her down below. She is amazing. I was over break this past weekend. I binge watched her videos every single day. She is doing a year-long no-buy. She's not the first person to do this. Natasha from Too Much Tosh did this in 2017. I will also link her down below. Two fabulous women. Hannah's videos have really been inspiring me. I also saw that LS is doing a year-long no-buy inspired by Hannah, and Angelica is doing either a year-long no-buy or a low-buy. I can't quite remember, but I will also link both of their channels down below. This is not a year-long no-buy by any means. I'll just put that right out there. But as I've been watching Hannah's videos, I have realized that I really do want to go on a no-buy for right now. I have done two no-buys in the past. One was a 3 or 4 month no-buy just to see if I could do it. I don't think I ever filmed it. I can't remember. I did film one of my no-buys, but the first one I don't think I filmed. I think it was really just for me, and it was super successful. It was either 3.5 or 4 months. And the second one was a 6-month no-buy that I started, and I broke it, I think 4 months in because I didn't like it. I didn't want to be on a no-buy for 6 months. It wasn't making me happy anymore. So I broke it, but it was very successful. I'll link the finale to that down below if I can find it. That was about a year ago or so. I will explain why I'm doing a no-buy and why I am not doing a year-long no-buy and why I'm not putting a time frame on this. If you guys are familiar with my channel, I do a lot of project panning, decluttering, videos about using what you already have, kind of poking fun at some of the new releases, reminding us that we don't need to buy all the newest stuff. I definitely still follow that. I posted a video about maybe 6 or 8 months ago about my makeup addiction story. I will link that down below, and I talked about how I used to be not so much addicted to buying makeup because I spent too much money, but it wasn't a ridiculous amount of money. It was more of the mentality. And that's really always how it is, because right now I am not buying too much makeup. If you watch my channel, you know I don't buy a lot of makeup. I would say every Shop My Stash, which is every month, I usually have 1 or 2 new things. Sometimes it's just from PR. Sometimes I'll make a new purchase. Since August, I have purchased 3 new eyeshadow palettes. But I think what I really would like to change is the mentality that I am in right now. Because there was a time a couple months ago when I went on trend mood. I would not be interested in anything that was there. Part of it was because I didn't like any of the releases that were coming out, and now I see a lot of releases that I think are innovative and I think are interesting. I really enjoy the feeling of knowing that I am perfectly content with what I have, and right now I don't have that feeling. I definitely do look at certain releases and I think, ooh, it will be so nice to have that, but I know I don't need it. Even though that's really good, it's really much better than the mentality of, no, I need this, I need this. I still find myself needing to be talked out of not buying certain things, and I don't like that. I don't like looking at something and being like, ooh, I could buy this, but I shouldn't. I could buy this, but I shouldn't. There's nothing wrong with that. I think most people who have that feeling are fine, but I miss the time when I could look at 100 releases and not want anything because I was so happy with what I had. Part of me does not want to go back to that time completely because I had a really small collection. I did not have a nice variety of things. I did not have anywhere near the number of subscribers I have now, so I didn't have kind of a responsibility to have knowledge about certain things in the industry that comes to makeup, and I do have that now. So I don't want to go back to where I was, and I think I'm much happier having more variety, but I just want to use what I have. It's really that simple. I just want to use what is in my collection. I'm so excited about so many things in my collection, and I would just like to get more use out of them. Now, why am I not doing a year-long no-buy? I know that if I had to, I could do a year-long no-buy, but it wouldn't make me happy. In my makeup addiction video, I talked about how when I first started project panning, I kind of put all of my obsessions to one thing onto another thing, and suddenly I was obsessed with using up makeup, and the thought of not using up makeup made me anxious, and I was doing the same obsessive things, but instead of buying makeup, it was panning makeup, and I never want to get to that point again with anything when it comes to the makeup community. I don't want to obsess over wanting too much. I don't want to obsess over too much that I have and wanting to use stuff up. I know that if I were to put a time on this no-buy, I would get obsessive, and that's not what I want at all. I just want to be able to have a month or 2 or 3, I don't know. I have no idea how this is gonna be. I need it to be at least a month, and then after that, I'll check back in and I'll let you know, and it might only be a month. I don't want you guys to expect me to be doing something that is a year long or even 3 months long, because I have learned from no-buys in the past that they're not really for me, but I think for me in this moment, they are, if that makes sense. Sorry, my roommate came in, lost my train of thought. Makeup.
Umbrella.
I'm a liar.
Now,
oh my god. Bye! If you've never ever heard of a no-buy before, it's exactly what it sounds like. It's where you don't buy things. A replacement only no-buy is that you only buy something if you have run out of it in that category. For example, I own 1 foundation and 1 tinted moisturizer. I wear the foundation every day. I am almost out of it. Will I run out of it in the next 6 weeks? Maybe, possibly. I'm gonna try to use the tinted moisturizer as a replacement, but if I decide that I don't like the tinted moisturizer because I want a real foundation, I'm not gonna deprive myself of buying that foundation. But what would not be allowed is right now saying, I'm bored with my foundation, I'm gonna buy a different one. So you can see how this works, but you can also see why it's hard to do this for months at a time, because some people don't like to use the same thing every day, always. And that's how I found I was after a really long time. But also at that point, I only owned 2 blushes and, you know, a certain small number of things, whereas now I own 4 blushes, 4 highlighters, a number of eyeshadow palettes. I have more diversity in my collection that I should be fine. So those are my rules, and as I said, I'm gonna check back in. It should be at least a month. Oh, I also wanted to say that in my Shop My Stash for December, you will see new things that I purchased. I purchased the BH Cosmetics Zodiac Love Signs palette. I bought the Laura Mercier highlighter with the gift card, and I got a couple other things. This is when it's starting. I am filming this on December 26th, so that's when this is starting, but I have gotten some things in November. Also, PR. What am I doing about PR? I basically now only get PR from Octoly. Once in a while, I'll get PR from other things. Usually, I'll go on Octoly and every couple, I don't know, like weeks, or maybe it's a couple things in 1 week if they have a lot of nice stuff, I will get something from Octoly. So here's my rule with that. I am only allowed to get something from Octoly if I have consciously wanted that thing before I saw it on Octoly, which usually is not the case. There have been very few times when I saw something on Octoly and I've said, I have put that on a wish list and I was going to spend money in it, and now I am not. And you might be thinking, why don't you just not get anything from Octoly? That would be the thing that makes the most sense. And I think the answer is because I just don't want to deprive myself and I don't want to obsess over something. If something does come on Octoly that I have wanted for a year and a half, for example, if the Clinique Pop blushes were to go on Octoly right now, I would request to get one, and that's because I've wanted them forever, but I doubt anything like that is going to come on Octoly. It's my no-buy. I don't know. It's my rules. That is the only exception. I doubt that will even happen. I'm going to try not to go on Octoly as much. I have a couple reviews that are still needing to go up of things that I received this month, but yes, that is that, and I believe that is everything. Yeah, let me know if you guys are on a no-buy right now. I would love for you to join in. The holidays is such a hard time to not buy things because there are little holiday sets and there's all these deals. I'm filming this on Cyber Monday and it's like, oh my gosh, all these deals. I didn't purchase anything on Black Friday in terms of makeup because I just don't want it. I want to love what I have. I want to use the new palette that's coming in the mail and just appreciate the things I already have. That is all for me. Let me know down below if you are on a no-buy, how's it going, if you've ever done one, just your general thoughts. Make sure to go check out Hannah's channel and the other channels that I mentioned. Please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe, and I will see you guys very soon. Bye!